everyone, welcome here. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and watching another video. So I understand the title of this video might be a little bit of an oxymoron, like minimalism haul. What? Here's the thing, when we talk about minimalism, I feel like a lot of times we focus on the decluttering aspect of things, getting rid of things or things we don't own or own one of or no longer buy. But I do think that there is a flip side to that minimalism coin, which is the intentionality and mindfulness and the evaluation process that we use in order to bring things into our lives. So in today's video, I thought I would share some things that I've bought over the past month or so that aren't necessarily considered necessities like shelter or food or water, but things that I've evaluated that will bring value to my life and have purchased as a minimalist. And this fluctuates from month to month, just depending on what we need in our life or what our financial situation is. I don't always buy things that are not necessarily necessities. Ugh, that's a mouthful. But when I do, they are thoughtful, mindful, and intentionally brought into my life. So in this video, I'll share some tools with you that I use to set some boundaries on my own consumer consumption, as well as my haul for the month. Before we dive in, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below. Give this video a like if you end up liking it, and please leave a comment. It helps my channel a lot. With all that said, let's get started. So before I dive into the first product, let's talk about the list. So I've mentioned this in other videos, but I feel like it's worthwhile to mention again here. So I have an Excel spreadsheet on my Google Drive that lists every product that my brain has ever thought that I should buy. So as I'm moving through my day and something pops into my head, like it would be really nice to own this thing, I won't immediately run to the store or to the internet and go buy it. I will put it on the list. And that list can just be like an idea of something, like I would like to own this type of thing, or it's a specific product with a link to the actual product. Either way, it goes on the list so that it can spend some time there for evaluation. This really helps me with trying to avoid being impulsive with the things I feel like I need in any given moment. So my boundary with this is that I require that things be on the list for at least a couple weeks, if not a month or 2 months or 3 months, before I'll actually go out and purchase it. So it's really been a helpful tool for me in order to evaluate what's an actual need in my life and what is an impulse. So everything I'm going to share with you today was all on the list, in this case, for a couple of months. And in some cases that gave me time to research an actual product so that I could find exactly what I wanted to make sure that it was produced in a sustainable way and that it was high quality and in my price range. And in the case of other items, it just gave me time to evaluate whether or not I really needed that thing before I went ahead and purchased it. All right, so the first product that I purchased this month is a Bluetooth speaker. So this is the Get Together speaker made by the House of Marley. This is a product that I've had my eye on for a long time. I've had a hard time finding electronics that are more sustainably produced. This product is by no means perfect, but it's better. The things that I really like about this product is not only does it perform well as a speaker, right? It sounds good, it has an 8-hour battery life, it has a wireless range of 30 meters, like checks all those boxes of what you would want out of a Bluetooth speaker. So House of Marley uses all mindfully sourced materials. In this speaker in particular, it has a bamboo face, it has recycled fabric on it, and also recycled aluminum inside it. So this is the kind of product where if I can get the same quality from it, the same sound, it could serve the same purpose as something that is less sustainably sourced, I will definitely go for something like this and support a company like this. And so far, I'm super happy with it. It has really good sound. I haven't really tested the battery life to its fullest potential. We mostly use it plugged in, but I really, really like it. There are a couple very small downsides. One is the weight of this. This is pretty heavy, which I guess isn't that big of a deal. It just was unexpected when I took it out of the box and I was like, whoa, this has got some weight to it. It's a little bit on the bigger side. They do have a smaller model. We opted for the bigger model just because the review said this one had better sound. And the second downside to this is it did come packaged in quite a bit of plastic, which is like one of my pet peeves when a company sort of stakes its claim on sustainability and then sends you something wrapped in a bunch of plastic. I'm like, are you really committed here, people? But it was well protected, it came undamaged, but that was a little bit of a disappointment for me. But other than that, I would totally recommend this. I haven't tried any other products from this company. They do make like headphones and turntables and a couple other variations of a Bluetooth speaker, but this one I really like. All right, so the second thing on the list is an example of something that's been on the list for months and months and months. Since the last time it was cold here in the desert, which was probably March, maybe, and that is a jacket. So I didn't specifically have on the list a denim jacket, but what I did have was a lightweight jacket. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted. I just knew the function that it needed to serve and the season in which I wanted to wear it. And then I was strolling around some open markets here in Joshua Tree, and this beauty caught my eye. The things that I love about this, number one, it was $20. You kind of can't beat that, right? It's secondhand. It was being sold by a little record shop in town. The guy who sold it to me told me it was 90s vintage. If that's true or not, I have no idea, but it doesn't really matter because I like it a lot and it was only $20. And honestly, the best and most sustainable thing you can do is buy secondhand. Not only do I love this jacket, I love knowing that there was pretty much no impact in my purchase of the jacket. I don't know the history of where it came from or how it got to this record shop, but I do know that I walked to the record shop, picked it up, and brought it home, and there was no manufacturing or transportation as part of that. I really do feel like there's a different satisfaction to a purchase, not only when it's something that you've planned and wanted to buy for a long time, but then you buy in a sustainable way. It just feels really good. All right, next up, I sort of feel weird showing this on YouTube, but I'm going to anyways, is a bra. This is the Stella Low Cut Bra made by Hera. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually more like a bralette than a bra. This is also something that I've been searching for a really long time. And I actually found Hera a while ago, but resisted buying their products, and I'll tell you why. This bra was the perfect thing for me in so many ways. It's lightweight, it's made from organic bamboo, it's naturally plant dyed. Hera as a company is incredible. They have their complete supply chain within Australia. They're really transparent about who produces their clothing and the conditions in which they have to work in. I love this company and the things that they produce. However, they're in Australia. What an enormous carbon footprint to ship a bra from Australia to the United States. So I held off. I didn't buy it. I was like, I want this bra so badly, but I just can't justify shipping something from Australia. And I looked for something similar. And there are a lot of great companies that are not so far away that I could get a bra from, but the thing that was really drawing me to this was the fabric and the lightweight material. I just couldn't find that in a bralette with any other company. So finally, after many months, I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing the best I can, but I do really want this product. My old bras are all but disintegrated. I really need one, and I really want this one. And I do think when it comes to shopping sustainably and ethically, it's about doing the best we can. Is this the perfect purchase? No. Is it better than buying a mostly plastic bra from Amazon? Yes. So I'm happy with this purchase, and it lives up to everything I expected it to live up to. It is so comfortable. It's like I'm not even wearing anything. I love it so much. The thing to know though, if you are going to try and purchase one of these, is that it is hand wash only. So you can't just throw it in, I was gonna say dishwasher. No. So you can't just throw it in the washing machine with everything else. You do have to hand wash it. But to me, totally worth it. I'm in love with it. The only thing is I wish that I bought more. Sort of related to that, my next thing on the list is some activewear from Organic Basics. So I will preface this by saying this video is not sponsored by Organic Basics, but they did send me this stuff for free. So even as a small YouTuber, I get emails almost every day of people being like, can we send you our product for you to review? And as a minimalist and a mindful consumer, I 99% of the time say, no, I don't need that. However, Organic Basics reached out to me and I had activewear on my list of things. And I was like, perfect. Yes, please. If you've been following my channel for a few months, you might remember back in May, I think I did a closet declutter and I told you guys that all of my leggings had holes in them and that I was on the hunt for some new ones, but hadn't yet pulled the trigger. And then this came along. It was perfect timing. So Organic Basics sent me their Silver Tech Active Pack, and that included a bra and leggings. I've only had the opportunity to wear the set one time so far, but I am already in love with it. I wore it to take a hike out in Joshua Tree National Park on a day when it was probably in the mid 90s here. And the set is all black, but the heat regulation on this fabric is incredible. I didn't find myself any more hot than I would have been if I was wearing like white linen. It was pretty incredible, to be honest. And I do like that it's a little bit of a thicker fabric. This is sort of specific to living in the desert, but when you hike, there's a lot of like pokey things and cactus and things like that. But I had a lot of protection on my legs from wearing these leggings, which I found to be really nice. As far as fit goes, I found it to be just slightly small. The top they sent me is an extra small, and the bottoms are small mediums, which is very typically my size, but I did find, especially the waistband on the leggings, to be a little bit tight. It wasn't uncomfortable in any way. I wasn't thinking about it as I was wearing them, but when I took them off, I was like, oh, that was tight. I can feel that was tight now. But it stayed in place really well. I didn't find myself like fidgeting around with the straps of the bra or having to like hike up the pants. Like everything stayed exactly where it should be. And I will say that Organic Basics as a company is really transparent about their sustainability. There is a plethora of information on their website. You can take a look inside their factories. They break down every single fabric that they use and what's in them and why they made those choices, the carbon footprint around packing, producing, shipping, all of their products. There's a lot of information. They want the consumer to have that information to make an informed decision. So I do really respect them as a sustainable company. I also saved the packaging to show you because I felt like they did a really nice job with their packaging. So what I like about this is it had a tearaway strip instead of any plastic tape. And then on the inside, each piece was in its own little cardboard box. And there's a little bit about their sustainability story on the inside as well, and just a little bit more educational information. So I did think this was nice packaging. I can compost almost all of this or recycle it. If you would like to check out some Organic Basics products, I do have a discount code for 10% off that I'll put down in the description box. But as with anything else, just be mindful of your own boundaries around your consumerism. If you don't need anything from Organic Basics, please don't buy anything. But if there's something from that company that would add value to your life, I would like to share the discount with you. All right, last thing on the list is a fermentation crock. So my husband Murphy and I, we eat a lot of fermented foods. So we've been playing around with the idea of making our own fermented foods for a while. And we tried it out just making some sauerkraut like in a regular glass jar. And honestly, it wasn't really that good. So with the amount of fermented foods that we consume, we felt like it would be more economical to buy a crock and make it ourselves than to keep buying it in small portions from the store. So we invested in this 5-liter crock. This is made by Carazo. It's handmade ceramic. It has this water channel around the top so gas can get out as things ferment, but no air or bugs or dust or anything can get inside. So there is some sauerkraut being made in here right now, so unfortunately I can't show you all the parts, but I will put a little Instagram story that I made of the process so you can see all the parts of it. And this is one of those things, again, we've been considering for a really long time. I felt like in the end it was going to add value by saving us money, and learning the process of fermentation was something we were both interested in anyways, so seemed like a worthwhile purchase to us. All right, that's it for my minimalist haul for this month. If you like this video, please let me know in a comment down below. I'm considering doing this type of video every couple months, just sharing some of my purchases and the places I shop and my evaluation process as a minimalist. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Like, subscribe, do the things. I will see you next Tuesday. Bye everyone. Let's start over. That was wrong. I said it wrong. What lives? Why do I keep messing up so hard? That was hard. What was I thinking? And legging. Those are backwards.